Coming from the heart of Pennsylvania in Wilkes-Barre, it's the No Spectators Podcast, diving into all the sports topics happening, bringing all the hot takes to the table and real analysis from your host Joshua Specht, the No Spectators Podcast.
All right, welcome to the first episode of the No Spectators Podcast. Thank you for all of my first-time listeners, and I'm thankful for the journey. Let's get started. We'll hop right into it. First, we'll start with the NCAA basketball tournament and all that happened into that. Last night was the championship game, a great game. I watched it, and it was one of the better championship games I've seen recently. Obviously, Florida won 65-63 against Houston, and I mean, we have to talk about it. What was that final shot? You go into the timeout, you have all that time to figure out what you were doing, and you just pass up the final shot, not even pass it up and pass it randomly, just throw it to the ground. Like, what are you doing? I know in the moment you're not really thinking in your head what you're going to do, but anything but that, man. I mean, that was just atrocious to end the game. You never want to see it, but that was, I think that probably beats out Chris Webber's timeout when they had no timeouts left. That's got to be up there on all-time moments right there. But it was a great game. Florida, what was it? They led 17 seconds, 18 seconds the whole game. When they took the lead in the final seconds of the second half, they led 18 seconds up to that. So they showed a lot of resilience, and that was honestly the whole tournament. If you really look at it early in the tournament, Florida almost lost to UConn. I know there were some questionable calls in that game, so just think, if those didn't happen, Florida's never in the championship game. Or look at Houston against Duke, or even their other game where they came back and won. If one of those calls don't go their way, or if Duke doesn't have some insane choke in the final minute, they're not in that game, and it's a completely different game we're looking at, possibly. Because, Cooper Flagg and Duke, they were dangerous. The whole tournament, they looked absolutely perfect. The whole season, honestly, they looked perfect. And then just that final 2 minutes, 1 minute, they just choked their season away somehow, some way. It was really interesting. And I saw some people saying the tournament March Madness this year was pretty disappointing. I can't agree with that. We didn't have our normal crazy upsets where the internet goes crazy. But if you're just a normal basketball fan like me, you were watching some of the best teams play. The final 8 were all 1 and 2 seeds except one, I'm pretty sure. And who wouldn't want to see that? Yeah, obviously seeing an upset is nice, but seeing the best teams that season play against each other is even better, in my opinion. And some of the teams that were exciting, some that were bad. Obviously there wasn't too many crazy headlines in this tournament with upsets, but the one team I look at surprised me was Arkansas. I wasn't that high on them all season. They really didn't impress me. But in the tournament is when they really played their best basketball for a couple games and at least made it decently far. They had their notable game against St. John's, who is my disappointment for the season, or for the tournament, but Arkansas looked really good. Obviously, they lost, but in that St. John's game, they really surprised me. And then also going off that, St. John's was my disappointment. St. John's, I was really high on going into the tournament. I was high on the Rick Pitino train, but they just didn't pull through. But yeah, talking about the championship game, it was crazy. I mean, Houston had a 18-game win streak going into the championship game. And, I mean, just going off that, they obviously looked like a great team all year. I mean, even the past couple of years, they've been really good. Always seeming to be late into the season, they're still there. And, I mean, no scrub team wins 18 games in a row. But, yeah, also, like I was saying, Houston was up the whole game until the final minute and a half. But it's really insane to think about because that's what their whole most of their NCAA tournament was coming back in the final seconds to win the game. But that's what happened to them. And yeah, that's really all for the NCAA tournament. I'm sad college basketball is over. It's, in my opinion, way more exciting than the NBA has been for the past couple of years. The NBA, I mean, yeah, great sport to watch, but it's insanely boring. There's no real headlines, no real star power like there was in the early 2010s, mid 2010s, early 2000s. It's kind of at a dead point. The NBA, I mean, yeah, the season's good, but I haven't really been paying attention too much to it, honestly. I mean, it's really, I see why the ratings are low. I mean, it's just not enjoyable basketball. But something's happening today in the NBA world. Surprising news out of Denver. The Nuggets firing Mike Malone and their GM. This baffles me, to be honest. Obviously, the Nuggets aren't the most scary team in the West, but still, they're a top 5 seed. Recently won a championship, have their core team still there. Why are you firing your coach with 3 games left in the season? What are you doing? Who are you going to get that's better? Off the top of my head, I can't think of any coaches that are out there that really wow me as a whole. Who's out there at all? Name me one coach that would do better. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mike Malone isn't some Pat Riley or Phil Jackson, but he just won you a championship. Who is going to do better than him? Who are you going to hire for the playoffs? You just gave up on your whole season for what? You have a perennial MVP. I mean, in my opinion, Jokic is having one of his most insane seasons yet. He should be the MVP just off pure basketball. Obviously, he's not going to win the MVP because the NBA is a popularity contest. SGA, I mean, rightfully so. He's having an insane season, is going to win the MVP, but still. Why are you firing your coach with 3 games left to go in the regular season? Just wait until after if you're going to fire him. I don't get it. Because, I mean, yeah, the Nuggets aren't a title favorite, but still, they have a chance. They have the team that won them a championship. They have Nikola Jokic, one of the best centers we've seen in the NBA, probably, I mean, obviously, since Shaq. I mean, name me someone better. For maybe a year, you could argue Embiid, but what's he done? But I just don't understand the firing. we'll have to see who they hire, see if it's really worth it. But I'm interested to see why they fired him. This far into the season, there has to be some dirt. We'll see what happens. We'll see what comes out. It'll be interesting. But yeah, like I was saying, Jokic should be MVP. I know there's voter fatigue for him, but it's silly. Just look at what he did. The other day he dropped a 60-point triple-double, was it? It's insane. I mean, yeah, SGA has had his insane season. It's his time, But Jokic is doing things we've never seen before. It's pretty insane. Obviously, record has to do with it and voter fatigue, like I said, but we'll just have to see. If you're betting, put it on SGA. He's winning it, but Jokic, in my opinion, should be MVP. NBA, this season's been interesting. I mean, the Sixers, they've been probably the most disappointing team, in my opinion, to me. They really haven't done much at all this season, especially with the high expectations they had. I mean, don't get me wrong. Signing Paul George was a big mistake. I wasn't impressed by it from the start of the season. Obviously, back in the day, he was good. The Pacers, Paul George is not what you're getting anywhere close to nowadays. That's a thing of the past. He's just not the same player he is, and the Sixers basically acted like he was and paid the price for it. He's not good. Embiid, he's on his way out. Too many injuries, too big at that size. All the knee problems, leg problems, you're done. If the Sixers were smart, they would just blow up the team and, in the best way possible, build around Tyrese Maxey in the quickest way you can. I mean, Tyrese Maxey is just, if you watch him play, you could see just how good of a basketball player he is. He could do anything. He could drive the basketball. He could shoot from three. He could get to the free throw line. It's anything. I don't want to compare, but he's a mini Allen Iverson with better shooting. And that's just where the NBA is heading. It's not Embiid's game. He's too slow. Yeah, he's a good defensive player, but I'll watch a Sixers basketball game, see him drive down the offensive lane, miss a free throw, and just give up on defense. And that's not basketball. That's not winning basketball. You're not going to win anything that way. I think the process is dead. It's just over. It was a failure. And that's just how sports goes, You think you're doing this great thing and it fails. And the Sixers basketball is a big failure. They just need to blow up everything they've done and start over. The process is dead, and it will always be dead. And honestly, the Sixers season is disappointing, but right now, the team with the biggest expectations I see is the Lakers. You have all sports personalities, all sports media, jaws dropped over the Lakers, going crazy over the Lakers. Every little thing they do, it's Lakers, Lakers, Lakers. They're overrated. They're not going to do anything this year. You heard it here. The Lakers are not doing anything this year. They're not winning. Their time's gone. They don't have a championship team. I get you have LeBron, one of the best basketball players in the NBA right now. Not top 5, but top 10, definitely. But you can't win a team without at least a big man. Who's getting rebounds in the playoffs? Who's giving them their defensive strength in the playoffs? I mean, you ship away Anthony Davis. Your really only notable defensive player. I mean, yeah, you get Luka Doncic. Amazing. But where's the defense? We've seen countless and countless times. Offense, yeah, it'll do good for you, but what's it do for you in the playoffs? I mean, if you really want to think about it, think about the Warriors-Houston rivalry back in the day. The Warriors, they had everything. Curry shooting, Klay Thompson shooting, everything. And then you look at Houston, all built around Harden. Harden was, at the time, the most skilled offensive player in the NBA, easily by far. But look at what Golden State had. They had Draymond Green. They had their team full of role-playing defenders who knew their job was to defend, and they did it. Houston, yeah, they had PJ Tucker, but he's no Draymond Green. As much as I don't think Draymond Green is, worth all the talk he is, he's one of the best team players in NBA history. That's where he gets his respect. That is why Draymond Green is in the Hall of Fame conversation, because you don't have a Warriors dynasty without Draymond Green. As much as he maybe wasn't the glamour part of the Warriors dynasty, he did all the dirty work for them. He was the one who, through the thick and thin, was always ready to go to war for that Warriors team. And that is why they won. And the Lakers don't have that. Who is going to do that for them? Did we forget last finals? Luka Doncic was getting called out for being a defensive liability. Did we forget? Austin Reeves isn't an All-NBA defender. Who on the Lakers is going to defend? LeBron? He's 38. What could he really do? It's the NBA. One player doesn't control a team anymore. That's not how it is. You need more than one player to win an NBA championship in today's game. And I just don't see the Lakers doing it. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. Who knows? But they need a lot of help in the playoffs to even get to the championship. So I don't see it happening. In my opinion, the East, it's pretty predictable. It's either going to be the Celtics or Cavs. The Celtics have been a sneaky underrated team. You really haven't heard anyone talk about them so far this season, really. To the extent they should be. They have the best record in the East. They really, other than maybe a couple losing streaks during the year, nothing serious as bad happened to them. They've been a really solid team all year. Best record in the East. And then the Cavs, they're the only real competition I see for them. They've been sneaky. I don't believe they'll top them in a 7-game series. Maybe if they can sneak a game or two in Boston, but I don't see it. I think Boston is definitely going to be in the East, and OKC, they're just the deepest team in the West this year, and I think that'll get them to the finals. They have the star power with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He could score, he could do what you need to do. And then the role players they have also, they do everything. Lou Dort is one of the best defenders in the league, and you never hear about him. They have a full team of just players that do what they need to do. Ship them to other teams, a couple of them would be stars themselves. They have a bunch of early Thunder Hardens, like the OKC final team. They have a bunch of Hardens on there. They're overshadowed by the stars. They just need to go to the other team, and they'd break out and be stars themselves. So I think it'll be a Boston OKC finals, and I think Boston would get it done just because experience that they have. I mean, they're a really good team. They've been there. They could do it. I think that's what will happen. I think Boston will be the NBA champions this year. A little two-peat. And Jason Tatum will honestly solidify himself as one of the better NBA players of all time. I mean, he's no star yet, but, 2 championships is 2 championships. I'd put him behind Bird still, but he's right up there as a Celtics legend. And if you're right up there as a Celtics legend, you're obviously going to be one of the top NBA players of all time. I think he's honestly underrated. He's corny. He does his goofy things. But look at a more perfect NBA career than Jason Tatum. He's always been that guy from when he was a rookie. Ever since he dunked on LeBron when he was 19, he's done things right. He's never gotten in trouble. Off court, he's been a perfect NBA player. What more do you want? And he doesn't get the respect he deserves. You talk about the Jokic's, the Anthony Edwards. Why not talk about Jason Tatum? He has the championship. Jokic has a championship too. And I'm not saying he's better, but give respect to Jason Tatum. He's done more than a lot of NBA players right now, and he's not really talked about as a face of the NBA. You hear Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama, but Jason Tatum's right there. He has the championship. He's the best player on the best team in the NBA. Give him his respect. So let's move on. Today, the Champions League was on. 2 really good games, 2 surprising games in my opinion. Bayern was at home against Inter Milan, and Inter Milan came through with the win, 2-1. Inter Milan in the first half, they were pretty even with Bayern. Bayern had some good chances throughout the first half and throughout the game, honestly. But just Lisandro Martinez is one of the best strikers in soccer. He's been delivering the past couple of seasons regularly, consistently. He's doing it all for one of the better teams in Europe. Last year, Inter was in the Champions League final. They won the Italian league. Give some respect to Lisandro Martinez. He's got the medals. Argentina won the World Cup a couple years ago. He had some type of effort on that team. Give him the respect. But, towards the end of the game, Mueller scored for Bayern. That was pretty cool, I think, because recently with his contract talks, he's elite. I think he'll retire. I don't think Mueller would ever play for a team other than Bayern. Maybe he'll join the MLS or something as a little retirement send-off, but I can't see it any other team than Bayern. But how about him scoring? But In the end, Milan pulled away 2-1. Really good game. Excited to see the next leg if maybe Bayern can come back. It'll be interesting to see. Then the other game that was on today, Arsenal versus Real Madrid. What a shocker. I don't know about you, but I wasn't too high on Arsenal. I think they're a choking club. I mean, look at last year in the Premier League. They had it and choked it. But what a statement from Arsenal against the Kings of Europe, Real Madrid. Declan Rice, 2 insane free kicks. I mean, they were some of the best I've ever seen in my life. It was crazy watching that. Not once, but twice too. 2 just insane free kicks. I mean, despite losing though, Mbappe, he looks like the best player in soccer. Everything he does is effortless. It's crazy just watching him play. And I mean, I guarantee in 10, 15 years, my generation will think of Mbappe not along Ronaldo and Messi because those two are untouchable, but he will be one of the all-time greats. But just back to those Rice free kicks. The first one, just the speed and curve on it was absolutely insane watching it against Courtois too, who honestly he had a pretty good game despite losing to Real. Some of the saves he made was insane. But Declan Rice, 2 insane free kicks. Arsenal basically have a free road to the next round. I don't see them choking a 3-0 lead, but you never know with Real Madrid, but Arsenal basically have it in hand. So they just have to play smart and they'll move on. And it'll be really interesting to see. But Rice's game was iconic, one of the more iconic Champions League games performances I've ever seen. But tomorrow, also 2 big games, Barcelona versus Dortmund and PSG versus Aston Villa. I think Barcelona, they just have too much star power. They'll beat Dortmund. I think it'll be a close game, but Barcelona will pull through, especially with Yamal. He's easily the best young player in soccer right now. He is absolutely insane. And coming from a Barcelona hater myself, Yamal is just insane. And then the other game, PSG, they're just too good of a team for Aston Villa. They had a good run, but it is done now. I mean, Dembele, with the season he's having, just too much. And then Barcola, and then just all the youngsters on their team and just how deep they are. PSG will easily handle Aston Villa, in my opinion. And we'll see how the next round shapes up, who plays who. It'll be really good to see. And a lot of good games. That soccer is honestly underrated. I think more Americans should watch it. Not the MLS, of course, because Major League Soccer, America's soccer league, it's not good. Not good at all. Until they bring promotion, relegation to that league, you can't take it serious because there's just nothing to play for. What are they playing for? A little first place medal? Oh wow, the last team finishes in last. They suck. They should be punished. Look at Europe. It is so the relegation battle sometimes is honestly more interesting than the promotion battle. or the championship? Who's going to win? The relegation adds so much more enthusiasm to sports and just everything. It's life or death for teams. If you get relegated, your team, it's embarrassing. You lose. You're down to the lower league. So I really think American sports should integrate promotion and relegation to it somehow, some way. We could do it. We have the talent out there to supply all these leagues with players. There's no way we don't. We have the money. We have the teams. Just do it. It would add so much more just passion to sports in America. It would be amazing. So I don't see why we don't do it, especially in soccer. You could do it in possibly football, maybe basketball, if you add worldwide players more. But especially soccer, it's needed to at least make the league be taken seriously, because the MLS right now is just a retirement league. Stars who are way out of their prime come there, and then every now and then we get maybe one youngster every couple years that actually breaks through in Europe. But the MLS needs to do a lot to actually be taken serious as a league. They have the money, but the owners are just not serious about it. But on to some MLB action. The season just started, so it's very early to tell what is happening. But so far, the Phillies are looking good. The Angels, honestly, to my surprise, are looking pretty good. They're a team to watch out for, see if they can keep on their little hot streak to start the season. But, the one division, in my opinion, that's looked really good is the NL West. You got your three teams, the Dodgers, Padres, and Giants. They all look really good. Obviously, the Dodgers have all their star power and money looking really good. The Padres have Tatis Jr. and others. They look really good. And the Giants, they have that sneaky team, in my opinion. They don't have a ton of big names, but they have a solid team. They could go deep in the playoffs. We'll see. In my opinion, the division leader or the division winners by the end of the season, keep in mind, we're not even 10 games in, but I think the Phillies will win their division. The Cubs will win their division. The Giants, I think, will somehow, some way win their division over the Dodgers. I think the Yankees will win their division, the Tigers and the Rangers. But I don't know. It's gonna be tough to beat the Dodgers in the playoffs. I think they just have too much star power. They'll be tough. Tampa Bay, I don't know what they're doing playing in the Yankees minor league stadium. If that was me running the team, I'd be somewhat embarrassed. You're playing in one of your rivals' stadiums. I get the roof is destroyed, but play roofless. Didn't the Marlins do it back in the day, or even back in the day? Just play roofless. Baseball is such a weird sport because you could have teams that just don't care anything about winning, and then people will still support them. I don't get how. I don't get why. But, you'll see the Athletics. They've been terrible forever. For the past years. What are you doing? The Rays, they've been terrible. The Rockies, they've been terrible. At least in other sports. Don't get me wrong, teams will be terrible, but eventually they become good. Look at the Lions. Just recently, I mean, yeah, they've been terrible my whole life, but now recently, they've been a Super Bowl contender. Like, baseball is just, look at the Rams. All my life, I mean, they haven't been terrible, but they've been just middle of the pack all my life, or bad. And now they're always going to be a playoff team the way they're going. Baseball is just weird. Teams just don't care about their fans. It's disappointing. But this year, I think probably the Dodgers win it. And I mean, I think Ohtani solidifies himself as one of the greatest players of all time. I mean, just look at the career path he's going on right now. Just look at the stats. Look at what he does. He just has been something we've never seen before. I think you honestly have to throw him into that debate as one of the best baseball players ever. He's done more than we've ever seen, and he's just a great player. Now on to the NFL topics for today. The draft is less than a month away. It's towards the end of this month, April. And I mean, I think we could solidify Cam Ward as the number one pick out of Miami. I think he'll do decent. I think you at least need to surround him with players to make him better. And the Titans currently don't have any of those. I mean, they have Calvin Ridley, but he's not the type of receiver you need to take your quarterback to the next level. I think the Browns will take Abdul Carter just because, I mean, they obviously need a quarterback. Picking Kenny Pickett up in free agency, he's not a starter. I'd hope not, at least, for Browns fans' sake, that he's not their starter next year because, I mean, we've seen he's not good. But I think they'll pick Abdul Carter just because Myles Garrett, he's not a lock for your team. Obviously, he just re-signed with them, but if he's saying he wants to leave this offseason, what's stopping him from saying he's not going to want to leave next offseason when you finish 4-12? Because the Browns aren't doing good the next year. So what's stopping him from wanting to leave? So why not at least have that replacement on defense? And I mean, even if Myles Garrett does stay for the rest of his career and you draft Abdul Carter, you have one of the best defenses. And what did we just see with the Eagles this past season? Their defense won them the championship. I know they had Jalen Hurts and Saquon, but their defense, they stepped up, made life easier for their offense, and they won them the championship. Without that defense, the Eagles aren't winning the championship. So yeah, that's why I think the Browns will draft Abdul Carter. Then we go to the Giants. It's the Giants. It's New York. You need star power. They're drafting Shedeur. I know Shedeur Sanders has been dropping recently, but come on now. Sanders as the last name, New York market, it's bound to happen. They need a quarterback. They screwed up with Daniel Jones. Obviously, the last couple of years haven't been good. And I mean, don't get me wrong, the Giants, they have one of the best potential wide receivers in the NFL with Malik Neighbors. He's really, really good. Their running back he's not some star, but he's at least a serviceable running back in the NFL for them. Tyrone Tracy, he's really good. So why not complete that with a young quarterback? Develop those three. Maybe, next year's draft, develop the offensive line. They have a decent defense, nothing special, but the Giants shouldn't expect to make the playoffs for at least the next, 3 years. Maybe they could draft right, get some free agents, and you're set. You have a team. Just draft Shador and surround him with the talent he needs. Then to end really the popular picks in the NFL draft, I have the Patriots selecting Travis Hunter, and that's my dream. As a Patriots fan, I would love Travis Hunter. He's if you've watched him last year, he was the best player in college football. Him as wide receiver, electric, on par with top wide receivers in the NFL. And just as a corner, amazing. He did what he needed to do. He was a good defensive player. And I honestly think if the team gives him the opportunity, he could do that in the NFL. I think he'll be great either way, whatever position he plays. If he's corner or wide receiver, he'll be good at both. Or if he plays both ways in the NFL, he'll be good. He is probably one of the more unique prospects we've ever seen. He's good at both positions. The last prospect I know that was like this was Jabril Peppers. And don't get me wrong, but Jabril Peppers, as much as he was hyped up in college, he's been, he hasn't really done anything offensively at all. He's really just been a defender, but he's been a good defender. Don't get me wrong. He was good on the Browns. He's been good on the Patriots. I love him. He's one of our better defensive players. I hope we keep him this offseason because I think he's a really important player in our future. But yeah, Hunter is just that guy, and I would be very, very happy if the Patriots get him. Other picks, the Raiders, I feel like they're locked into Ashton Genty. I think he will be really good. I think he will be one of the next great running backs in our league. Just look at him in college. He did it against anyone, Obviously, Boise State, they don't play the best teams, but even this year in the playoffs, he did really, really good. His offensive line let him down a little, but if you actually watched the game, you saw how good Ashton Genty was. He was insane. And Boise State, they're always a sneaky team. But I also think either the Saints or Steelers, one of them, the Saints don't need to make a move, but maybe the Steelers will make a move. One of them is going to get Jackson Dart out of Ole Miss. I think he's probably one of the more underrated quarterbacks in the draft right now. I think he has the potential to be the best quarterback in the draft. He's just always looked good. I remember him back in his 1 year at USC. He was being hyped up as the future, and I honestly believed it. He's looked really good. And then he transfers to Ole Miss. He's looked really good the whole time he was there. So I think any team that gets him, they're getting maybe, possibly the best quarterback in the draft. And then just some free agency signings that happened this year. Obviously, one of the big ones was Justin Fields to the Jets. I think, honestly, it's a good pickup. If the Steelers were smart, they would have kept him. I think he was a better option than Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion. But, obviously Aaron Rodgers hasn't officially signed there yet, but he's going there. But, Aaron Rodgers, it's hit or miss. You're either during the last part of the season, he looked really good, but also he's really old. So what are you going to get? I think Justin Fields would have been the safer option, but I think he'll be really good, especially with Garrett Wilson as a weapon and Breece Hall. And their second running back, I don't remember his name, from Wisconsin, but Allen, he's really good too. So say the Jets, somehow figure it out. They have the offense, they have the players. They just need to figure it out. I still think the Bills are going to win the division no matter what, but the Jets could do it. The Cowboys, they made a couple signings. They got Dante Fowler, but they got rid of Rico Dowdle. What are you doing? You have CD Lamb on offense. That's it. Dak Prescott, for the past couple of years have proven he's not elite. He's possibly good, but he's nothing special. He's not going to win you a Super Bowl. So the Cowboys, maybe if you would get him the talent around him to support him and make him even better, but you're not winning a Super Bowl signing Dante Fowler and Javonte Williams. It's not going to happen, especially with the Eagles in your division. The Commanders. You're finishing third. Obviously, you'll do better than the Giants, but you're not doing anything special. Especially for their stature as a team, you always expect them to do maybe something in the off seasons. Maybe make their name great again, but they just are always a disappointment in my eyes. They signed Miles Sanders as a running back. He hasn't been good for, 3 years since the Eagles Super Bowl run against the Chiefs. But even then, we all know that was just because they had A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts. So obviously he's not getting looked at, but it's just not impressive, anything they did. The Vikings, they signed Jonathan Allen from the Commanders. I think that'll be a good pickup. The Vikings, they always have their good defense, but we're still not sure. Obviously they have J.J. McCarthy. It looks like they're running with that quarterback, but we haven't seen him. I like him. I'm a big supporter of him. I hope he does good. I think he'll do good, but you just don't know. But they have the team. They have a great defense. They have Justin Jefferson, the best wide receiver in the NFL, and Aaron Jones, a solid running back. He'll get you what you need, but it really just matters how J.J. McCarthy does. They could be a surprise team in the NFL, or they could miss the playoffs. It's all on J.J. McCarthy, to be honest. But now on to my most interesting topic, the New England Patriots. This draft is pretty big for them. There's probably 3 players they're getting. They're either getting Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, or Will Campbell. 2 of them I'm excited for, Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter. Obviously, either one of them changes their offense or defense completely, makes them notable. Now, the Patriots' defense for even the past couple of years has been good. Last year, kind of disappointing, but still at least serviceable. But say you get Travis Hunter. That changes your offense. You have a number 1 and number 2A or number 1A wide receiver. Something the Patriots haven't had in forever. They needed. We don't have Tom Brady who could make Julian Edelman look like a Hall of Famer. I mean, don't get me wrong, Drake May is an amazing quarterback, amazing potential, but he hasn't shown that yet. Give him the weapons he needs. We gave him Stephon Diggs, give him Travis Hunter. He's looking insane all year. Give our defense Abdul Carter. Maybe make a draft, or if we draft defense, make a draft day trade. Get another just weapon. Any sort of weapon, we're set. I think the Patriots' ceiling is a wild card team. I don't think they'll make it far in the playoffs just yet, but they have the quarterback. That's what you need in the NFL. You need a quarterback. You can win with a decent quarterback. I mean, we've seen the 49ers with Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy. They should have won the Super Bowl, but they've choked. But we've seen that it's possible to win with just an alright quarterback. But Drake May, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. I see it now. I'm telling you, he will be in the Hall of Fame when he retires. So, with that, you're set. You have what you need. Just get weapons for him, please. We didn't give that to Mac Jones, and that's why he struggled. You saw his 1 year when he actually had some sort of weapons. He did good. He made the Pro Bowl his rookie year. So, just give Drake May weapons he needs. Give him an actual team, and not Bourne as his wide receiver number 1. Give him an actual receiver like Diggs. Give him a number 2 like Travis Hunter. We'll be set. I guarantee it. We'll make the wild card, at least. Obviously, we're not beating the Bills or the Chiefs or the Bengals, but at least we can make the wild card. The draft is key for them, though. But the division winners, I mean, you gotta go for the AFC, the Bengals, Bills, Texans. Then, I mean, Falcons. I think for the NFC, you gotta go Falcons, But, let's see. I mean, division winners, it's tough, it's hard, it's early in the season, we could see. But, I mean, yeah, you got the Bills winning the AFC East, Bengals winning the AFC North, Texans, I mean, their division, it's lifeless, it's dead. And then, I mean, you have the Chiefs, you gotta have them always as a favorite in their division. But I could see the Chargers maybe sneaking it out. I mean, we've been waiting for years for Justin Herbert to take that next step. Maybe this is the year. Maybe they could pull it out. We'll see. For the NFC, I mean, I know the NFC East, they've had their different division champion for however long it's been, but I think the Eagles will repeat. I mean, they just won the Super Bowl. They didn't lose anyone too crazy. They'll be fine. NFC North, that's tough. In my opinion, I mean, the Bears, they had a really good offseason, but it's still between the Vikings and Packers. I think, in my opinion, just because the Packers have the more known team, they'll win it. I mean, Jordan Love, he looked really good this past season, just showing up. I mean, everyone, ever since he's been drafted, doubted him. Josh Jacobs looked really good as a running back for them. I mean, running backs are the most underrated position in the NFL nowadays. People discredit them, but like we saw, Saquon, Josh Jacobs, and many more showed running backs make your team. Without them, your team's a lot different. But the Packers also have Jaden Reed and a lot of young wide receivers, so, I mean, it's all up to them. They have the team to do it. They could easily win. And then the Falcons or Buccaneers won the NFC South. It's honestly between them. I think the Buccaneers will win it just because they kept their whole offense. Baker Mayfield, good quarterback, underrated. Just think, though, he could be on the Browns. And who knows if his career would be what it is now, because he has Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. That obviously helps, but you're not a good quarterback in the NFL unless you're actually a good quarterback. We've seen players get thrown into these perfect situations, and they failed. Baker Mayfield's a good quarterback. So, honestly, just off that, I think the Bucs will win their division this year. They just have too much chemistry. Their offense will always be solid. And we just haven't seen enough of De'Aaron King yet. Yeah, the Falcons' offense is explosive, but who knows how good De'Aaron King is. We'll just have to see, obviously. And then, the Seahawks, they could win the NFC West, but you just don't know. That division is so weird to me right now because the 49ers, they don't know what they want to be. They don't know if they want to rebuild or if they're going to keep going because their offensive weapons aren't that scary. Yeah, they have Christian McCaffrey, but he's getting older, and what do you do last year? Deebo Samuel, they got rid of, and Brandon Ayuk. Who is scared of Brandon Ayuk? The Rams, they're just super old. Matt Stafford, Devontae Adams, come on. Yeah, you have Puka Nacua and Kyron Williams, but still, your most important positions are old. The Cardinals, they have Kyler Murray. I'll always be a Kyler Murray supporter. I think he's a good quarterback, but who else do they have? Marvin Williams. What do you prove his rookie year? And the Seahawks, yeah, they got Sam Darnold. Who are the wide receivers? Jackson Smith and Jigba. Well, he's good, but what has he done? So I think that's probably the most interesting division this year. Who knows who will win? It'll be really interesting to see. But we'll see later in the year. We'll have a clearer picture. But it'll be a really interesting year in sports. MLB is just starting. Basketball, we're just getting into the playoffs. Hockey, just getting into the playoffs. Football, that starts in a couple months. But, the season is always going. We're about to head in the draft month, and that's the start of football. It'll be really interesting to see how these teams go and just the outlook of the season from the draft. That changes teams' outlook. It'll be really interesting. Baseball's just starting. It'll be really interesting to see how that's going in the basketball playoffs, NBA. The first round, I don't think will be that interesting, but once you get going, it's always interesting to see what happens. There's always going to be an upset or two. But some final scores around leagues today. And just, obviously Florida won the March Madness tournament 65-63 against Houston. Orlando beat Atlanta today. Cleveland beat Chicago. Memphis beat Charlotte. Indiana beat Washington. Minnesota beat or did they beat Milwaukee? That game was going on while I was finishing. No, wow. The Timberwolves actually choked really, really hard against Milwaukee. I was checking it, and they were up big, but I just checked it, and they lost. So, Minnesota, Anthony Edwards has a lot to do. I mean, you lost Cat this offseason, and you disappointed. And Anthony Edwards is supposed to be the face of the league, so he needs to do a lot. But, yeah, Indiana beat Washington. The Celtics pulled off an overtime win against New York. Really good game, it looks like. The Nets beat New Orleans. The Bucks came back versus the Timberwolves in the fourth quarter. Timberwolves, very disappointing. The Lakers lost versus OKC. Again, for you Lakers fans, I don't know what you're seeing. You guys aren't winning the finals this year. I mean, I don't know what you expect. And right now, the Warriors are up 30 on the Suns. They should win that. It's in the third quarter, mid-third quarter. Warriors are a sneaky team to watch. I'm honestly more confident of the Warriors than the Lakers. And then the Spurs and Clippers are tied. I mean, obviously with Wembanyama out for the season, I expect the Clippers to win. I mean, the Clippers have the team to maybe make a run in the finals if they play their best basketball of the year at the time, but I don't think they'll go far. But, we're just going over an hour now. We're at an hour and a minute. I think this was a great end to our first podcast, and like I said at the beginning, thankful for the journey. And welcome to the No Spectators Podcast. Good night.